Meditation can enhance all your clairs and psychic abilities. However, in this video, I want to share some tips that are specific to developing your clairsentience and tuning in into your gut feelings. These are easy things you can do in your daily life. But first, let me break down what clairsentience is and how is it different from being an empath for those who aren't familiar. If you're familiar with this topic, you can feel free to skip ahead and using the timestamp in the video description below. Hi, I'm Yong. I'm an empath, and clairsentience is one of my strongest abilities. Over the years, it really helped me make important decisions, follow my instinct, and avoid bad situations. So, what exactly is clairsentience? Well, in simple terms, it's clear sensing or clear feeling. You can think of it as two types of feeling, emotional and physical. So let me explain with a simple diagram. So every day you meet people, you visit places, and there are objects around you. These are what I call inputs. Their energy sends you an impression. And when you tune into their energy, it makes you feel a certain way, whether it's an emotion like happiness, sadness, anger, or a physical sensation like a tug or a chill down your spine, or a tingling feeling in your body. I call this outputs. This feeling we pick up aren't the same as our own personal emotions towards someone or something. For example, imagine you spot an angry guy on the street, that's an input, and you start feeling anger in your body, that's an output. So that's clairsentient. But if you see the same angry guy and that he makes you feel scared and you're worrying that he might hurt you, that's not clairsentience. That's your personal reaction. Or maybe you have past trauma with angry people. So when you see angry people, you feel triggered. And that's why you feel that way. Now, if you see the angry guy and you just get a gut feeling to take a different path, and you're not scared, you're just following your gut, that's also clairsentient. So are you confused now? That's why when it comes to developing clairsentience, it's important to pay attention to the subtle shift in your body to figure out what's yours and what's not. If you are empath like me, you probably mix this up a lot because there's barely any space or lag time between the input and the output. When you are near someone, you automatically match or absorb their emotions. You might find yourself thinking like, is this emotion mine or someone else? I have made a video on how to differentiate your emotion from others to help you with this confusion. You can check it out later. It's here. But one thing I really want to point out is that clairsentience is way more powerful than empathic abilities. Even though empaths are sensitive to people's emotions and might have a good start with clairsentience goes beyond that. Empath feels what others are feeling right now. Clairsentience, however, lets you feel what others might have felt in the past or what they will feel in the future if they continue on the same path. So there's a bit of psychic ability involved, and you can tap into different timelines. On top of that, clairsentience isn't just about emotions. It involves physical sensation and gut feelings too. Like, have you feel drawn to someone or place and you can't really explain why, like you just know? Or sometimes you just feel something seems off. That's clairsentience too. While emotion give you more information about the input, your gut feeling helps you to make better decisions, like which input resonate with you more. Both are super important, and I'm going to show you how to develop them. But I just want to lay out this clearly first. The input, the output, and personal feeling right at the start. So we don't mix them up, since our personal feeling can really mess up our ability to read other people's energy and develop our clairsentience. So the first step to developing clairsentience is to regularly check in with your body. This helps you to separate your psychic output from personal emotion or sensation. To build this body awareness, ask yourself from time to time, how do you feel right now? What's your personal feeling about this person, thing, or place? And then ask yourself, what energy or vibe does it give off? One is your personal feeling, and the other is your psychic output. Is it the same? Is it different? Is it a happy vibe or a sad vibe? These are emotional feelings. What about your gut feelings? You can ask yourself, does this resonate with you or not? And see how your body reacts. Does it make you feel expansive or does it make you contract? It's important to keep your body healthy and your emotion balanced, because if you're constantly dealing with pain, aches, and overwhelming emotions, it's difficult to notice anything else like your psychic outputs. So what are some simple everyday things you can do to practice your clairsentience? One easy way is when you go out shopping. For instance, if you are at a supermarket and you don't know what drinks to buy, instead of checking the flavor, the brand, and the ingredient, try holding it near your body, your gut, and see if your body gives you a vibe. This is what they call intuitive eating. You eat based on your intuition. You can imagine yourself, your whole body like a pendulum, like just be neutral and open. And you let go of your thoughts and opinions about the product and let your body be your guide. Hold the food close to your stomach and notice if you lean slightly forward or do you lean slightly backwards. Like if you hold the food near you, and does it make you lean forward or does it make you lean backwards? Sometimes it's very clear and other times it's very subtle. If you lean forward, it means you're drawn to it. It resonates with you. If you lean back, maybe it's not the best choice right now. You can also try it with clothes too. Instead of asking someone if a red color t-shirt suits you, ask your body, does it like the color red or not? You can find out using the pendulum test. But if you don't want to look strange, swaying in the supermarket or mall, there are many other ways to practice your clairsentience. Here's a little trick you can try. Scan with your hand. Just hover your hand over the drink section and go through the options. See which one stands out or give you that tingling feeling. Think of your hand like a scanner or a metal detector. And when it's like ding 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 ding, it means that you found something nice. You can try this with clothes too. When I scan, I usually don't touch the product. I just lightly feel the energy around it, feel the energy it gives off. Because you're not checking how soft the materials are, you're checking if the t-shirt's energy clicks with you. Of course, you can pick up the product and feel the material later. I'm not saying ignore the physical, but here we are learning how to develop our clairsentience. So feel the energy first and see how does it feel to you. And different people vibe with different energy. So don't worry if others aren't into the color or design you choose. What's key is how the shirt feels to you when you wear it. I rarely wear colors that are too dull, muted, or earthy, like brown or other neutral tones, because they make me feel a little bit drained and tired. My brother, on the other hand, loves wearing these colors. They make him feel very comfortable. Personally, I'll prefer to wear bright clothes like yellow or orange. They make me feel more happy, energetic, and alive. If you're not buying anything, you can also scan the energy of trees and flowers with your hands. I actually love to do this with nature because nature has this very nice calming energy. You can also use your hands to make decisions. Just the other month, I had this heavy bag of electronics to recycle. There were two recycle bins I could choose, one that I usually go to and a new one that I recently found. I was stuck on which one to pick, so I let my hands decide. I asked, should I go this way or should I go that way? I focus on my hands and feel which one has a slight tug or a little bit more sensation. That would be the direction I follow. So my hands brought me to the recycling bin that I just recently found. It led me to a bus stop, and just as I got there, the bus arrived. It also dropped me one stop earlier, which was actually closer to the bin than the next stop. And when I got to the bin, it was completely empty. It was like someone has just cleared it. The side door was left open, and I was like, wow, super empty. If I'd gone to the other bin, I might not have being able to fit all my stuff in. Plus, I will have to cross an overhead bridge in the blazing sun. So I'm really glad my gut led me to the right place at the right time. Your hands can help you make faster decisions. Instead of checking products one by one at a supermarket, like holding two near your body, you can just hold two and see which one feels a little bit more energized. Or you can grab two different color t-shirts and see which one feels right. Even at the start, when you enter the supermarket or the shopping center, you can ask like tea or coffee and let your hand guide you to what you resonate with more. You can also use your hands to find people or directions. I often track down my family with my hands in a game I call the psychic tag. And there's a video where I explain it all in details. It's pretty wild and a lot of fun. Basically, you ask your hand which way to go, and you can locate your family members without them telling you exactly where they are. This little trick can also help you find lost items or when you are lost in an unfamiliar place. But I think it works better if you're more familiar with the energy of the person or the object you're finding. For clairsentience, it's about reading and feeling energy. So knowing that what energy you're looking for helps. But I have experiences with complete strangers too. Like I will walk past people and I just knew that they were headed to the same place as me. It's like I'm reading their mind, but in reality, what I'm picking up is their energy. We share the same energy because we are going to the same value. So I could sense that. There's more on this in a video I did earlier. It happens so many times, even when the other person and I were far away from the destination. One way to boost your clairsentience is by using words to describe feelings, making them more tangible. Like you can say that the person is feeling sad, that object has an energetic vibe, or this place feels calming. You can also use the five elements to describe the vibe of a person or place. The five elements are like wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. For instance, Bali has a very earthly vibe. It's very slow and relaxed. Whereas cities like Singapore has a metal vibe, a very systematic, convenient, and efficient vibe. Maybe you see someone give off a fire vibe. They are very passionate and friendly. Or perhaps they have a very wood vibe, like full of creativities and ideas about growth. You can give it a try now and see what vibe do you get from me. Like, do I give off a more wood vibe, something very creative, or maybe fire, something with more passion? Or am I more of a earth vibe, like grounded and steady? Or am I more of a meta vibe, like logical and analytical? Or do I give off more of a water vibe, like reflective and introspective? Okay, do you have the answer now? Because I'm going to reveal my primary energy. I'm mostly water with a touch of matter. But when I'm making these videos, you might feel like I'm a bit of wood, like very creative, or fire energy coming through because I'm projecting my energy more outwards. But in my day-to-day life, I'm more water and matter. You can also use your gut to check the vibe of the room, place, or people to help you steer clear of danger. I used to be a tutor and visited students' home for lessons. Walking into a house, I could instantly sense if a family was very close-knit or distant. There was this one house in particular where even though the dad greeted me, I got an eerie chill down my spine. It felt like something wasn't right. There may be some kind of abuse or something, I don't know. But my intuition was screaming at me to keep away from this place and family. And after just a few lessons, I ended the engagement. Our energy just doesn't vibe with each other. Your intuition can guide you to decide if a working environment suits you and help you avoid potential hazard. But I'm not suggesting you actively look for danger. But if you get a weird feeling about somewhere or someone, pay a little bit more attention, investigate a little, and see what unfolds. Especially if you are using a dating app and something feels off about the person or their profile, trust your gut. I once connected with an entrepreneur on LinkedIn. Right away from his profile, I felt something was off, but I invited him for a chat anyway. And wow, did I regret it? You can check out the video where I talk more about this, but always trust your intuition, especially when you feel something is off. You can also practice clairsentience at home, especially while you are decluttering. You can start by feeling the energy of the room. What's the vibe like? Is this the vibe you want? Then you can use your hands or your gut to scan the room and figure out which item might need to be given away or thrown away. You will notice how some objects don't fit with the overall home's energy. These are the items that need to go. Also, when you declutter, you can hold each item and feel its energy. When I was cleaning out my dad's closet after he passed away, some clothes just felt lifeless. You can tell their energy is missing. Over time, some objects that you own can lose their energy and liveliness, especially when they lost their purpose. And some things might have sparked joy before, but they may not vibe with your energy now because you have changed. Hanging on to these things can weigh your energy down. So let your clairsentience guide you on what to let go of. There's another psychic ability called psychometry, which is related to clairsentience. Sometimes when you touch an object, like you hold it in your hands, you can gain more information about its past, especially when you are buying secondhand goods or antiques. Be cautious. It's wise to read the object's energy before you bring them home. Some objects might have some leftover energy from their history, so it's better not to take them with you. And it's not just objects too, people too. When you shake or hug someone, you might get more than you expected. Once I was shaking someone's hand, and he reminded me of a past classmate's energy. When I shake his hand, it was like, whoa, the energy is so similar. I just get this download and this information. Your clairsentience can really come in handy when making travel plans too. By the time you watch this video, I'll probably be back from Tokyo. So since the start of the year, I felt this urge to revisit Japan. Initially, I thought to go to Osaka, a place I haven't been to. But while I was researching, my gut kept nudging me towards Tokyo. There's just this pull to Tokyo that I couldn't quite explain, even though I've been there before. But since the feeling was so strong, I figured I'll just follow my intuition. Hopefully, I'll gather some insight or learn something on the trip to share with you here when I'm back. So you also can do the same. When you're planning a trip, try tapping into your clairsentience. See if there is any specific place or attraction that is calling out to you. Earlier, I mentioned people, places, and objects are inputs, right? Future event or ideas can be inputs too. You can check your ideas with your gut. Like if you have an idea to start a business or write a book, feel it in your gut. See whether your gut is calling you towards it. Before you head to a new location, whether for travel or relocation, use your clairsentience to tune into the energy of a destination. You can picture yourself in the destination and check how it makes your body feel. Is this the kind of feeling or experience you are seeking? If visualization is not your thing, you can also pull out some images of the place and just feel it out. It can give you a ton of good info and help plan trips that resonate with your energy or what your soul wants to experience. Here's the thing about improving your clairsentience. You don't always have to follow your intuition. Sometimes not listening to your gut can actually help you improve your psychic ability faster. For example, let's say your intuition tells you not to date someone, but you do it anyway, and it turns out to be a disaster. That's still valuable info. It shows you when you get that kind of feeling, it's a warning not to go ahead. So next time when you feel that way, you feel that feeling again, you know when to step back. Clairsentience can also be super subtle. That's why you need these experiences to build your own understanding of it. When you get it right, it's great, but when you don't, it's still a valuable lesson. Both helps you to hone your clairsentience. What you really need to tune into is those subtle feeling and compare it with the result so that you can tell what is a yes and what is a no. Without this comparison, there's no way to improve or refine your skills. Do you know that Clairsentience is also amazing for self-healing and self-care? When I was reparenting my inner child and dealing with my past wound, I used Clairsentience to figure out which part of my body needs healing. For instance, sometimes I will feel my inner child on my left hand. I will notice a sensation there, an emotional pain, not a physical pain. And by soothing that area, massaging it, and rubbing it, it actually helped me regulate my emotions. When you are healing, sometimes changing your thoughts and belief may not be enough. You want to heal physically too. If you are someone who faced trauma in the past, knowing where to comfort your body can be incredibly beneficial. I talk about this in my book, Parent Yourself Again. Sometimes I'll feel the emotional pain in my hand, sometimes it's in my chest, and I might stroke or pat the part of my body, or hug a pillow, or eat the food that I was intuitively drawn to, or do an activity that feel good to me, or trust my gut feeling to bring me to places where it's healing. All of these are part of taking care of yourself and healing, and you can develop your clairsentience at the same time while you heal yourself. As you advance in clairsentience, you'll not just sense your own energy or other people's energy, you also sense energy from the spiritual realm. Watch this video to hear more about my experience.